Okay, what is it you're trying to win?
I thought we covered this yesterday at the end of the show.
We did, but what exactly? Because you were kind of vague with it because
I think it's a weekend getaway to Mexico or one of their properties. Like they have one in Lake Tahoe, they have them in Santa Barbara, Palm Springs. Just the West Coast. I mean, they have them all over.
You should totally win and do one in Santa Barbara.
No, I'm not going to Santa Barbara.
Why not?
Because I can go to Santa Barbara anytime.
Because that would break your contract with the Ramada in Goleta.
Hey, it's a nice place to stay.
I know.
The Ramada in Santa Barbara.
Isn't it touted itself as being the best Ramada in the nation?
I think it is. It's the rooms are huge. Okay, I go in there, I get a king bed. I get a big, giant chair with an ottoman, like a big comfy chair like you have in your living room. They got a whole bar set up. I mean, it's and a patio that walks out to this great grassy knoll that has a pond, or you're in the upstairs balcony. But every room has a balcony.
Yeah, who needs timeshare when you have that?
Yeah.
So
this is ran by the timeshare that I own. Yes, the company, the resort that I stay at in Mexico.
So are you making progress in our pleas to people to try and
I don't know
votes?
where the other... Yes, we are making a lot of progress.
Go there and vote. By the way, what we're talking about, and I know this is a horrible setup, but what we're talking about is Jeremy has a picture of his wife and his cousin on our Facebook page. They're at a poolside in Mexico. Mexico timeshare resort, whatever it is, wants them to share this picture, and the people that get the most likes, is that what it is?
Yeah, well... Yes, I mean...
Most engagement?
Yeah, whoever gets the most votes. It's not likes. You actually have to click on the photo.
Maybe I should vote for this.
And then it will... If you've already voted, you can say vote here for this photo if you've never voted. If you've already voted, it says rally votes. Click on that, and then it'll let you rally votes by...
How do you rally votes?
Well, you share it on your Facebook, your Twitter, or your... what's the other one? IN. It's that one that you put your resume on and
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, yeah,
LinkedIn.
So you can share it on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. And when you do that, it's giving us votes.
Vacation photos?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're top 5, it says.
Yes, we are top 5, but we're actually number 2. It doesn't actually give you that. I get an email once every 2 weeks to let me know, or once a week now, I think is where it's at, to let me know where we were sitting. And we were about just under 300 votes back from first place.
What if you lose by 1 and I didn't cast a vote?
Well, that sucks. But, it's okay. Listen, this means way more to my wife and my cousin. That's
put my name
and
my email?
My wife is taking
the
selfie.
My name's fine. The email part of it's the problem.
My cousin is the drunk in the pool with double fisting cocktails. And that is just who she is. And she's wild. And so anyways, this means a lot to them. So they might just go off on like a lesbian weekend vacation somewhere together. I don't know. Or maybe we'll all go. But I'm hoping that...
what would happen if your wife ran off with your cousin? But she's a girl.
Yeah, I don't know. What would happen? I don't know.
I'm basically asking what would that mean to your self-esteem?
Well, it would suck because my cousin has literally been we're the same age, like 3 months apart, and so we've been best friends since I was just a little kid, and that would suck because I would probably lose a best friend over it. I could always find a new wife. You can't get a new cousin.
That's true. That's blood. Can't shake that.
No,
can't shake that.
And so then I would probably end up, because who I am, and I would be devastated. I'd want to work through it. No, I would end up being friends with them, and then I would be my cousin and her lesbian ex-wife of mine.
Used to be your wife.
Yeah.
I have a buddy who
they take a lot of photos together to make them look like lesbians, and we have a bathroom upstairs in our house, and I put all the photos in there, and I call it the lesbian bathroom. And they're on the beach together, and they're in a cabana together, and maybe they are. I don't know.
I have a friend who is like
just kidding.
He's a man's man. He is, he likes to go hunting. He chews tobacco, drives a truck, wears a lot of camouflage. And this is a childhood friend of mine. And 2 of the girls that he dated in high school went on to be lesbians.
It's like the Seinfeld and George Costanza. when he's dating the girl from NBC and then she becomes a lesbian.
Yes.
But
this happened twice. This happened to him twice. So it's like such a devastating blow to his ability to date.
Well,
so he has not been able to successfully keep and hold a girlfriend.
But did they date butch women that chewed and drove a pickup truck? Because maybe they wanted a softer side of him.
So the girls that both these girls went on to be with, they are definitely the females in those. They take on the female roles in those relationships. Right. So I mean, he's got that going for him.
Yeah. So maybe it's not as bad as it sounds.
But he has not been able to successfully, make a go of it. Like, he's still single. He's my age, still single.
Wow.
Married once.
But she became a lesbian.
She did not. I don't know. I don't know. She just kind of disappeared out of sight.
Can you imagine? Okay, once is, okay, whatever.
I could see her doing
that. That could be almost a coincidence.
She was the type that could have.
But 3 times? No, buddy. There's something you're doing here.
She was the type that could have.
Just turn women off altogether.
But, man, I feel so bad for him. It's just like, yeah, dude. Because he'll have these long conversations to me about women, and I'm like, I don't understand them either, bro. It's just, I just think you got bad luck. But I think what it is, he's trying to seek out girls that are, into the same things that he is. And he's a manly man. So, therefore,
How did we get on this? We were talking about my photo contest. So anyways, if you're on our Twitter, if you follow us there, or on Facebook, you can go there, you can click on it. If you've already voted, thank you so much. You can vote every 24 hours by hitting Rally Votes. There's only 2 weeks left in this contest. I think we started up with this thing back in October. So if you've seen it a few times, that's...
Why LinkedIn? Why not Instagram?
I don't know.
I'm fascinated by this picture.
Which picture is that?
The picture of your wife and your cousin.
Where she's in the pool, my cousin or my wife is out of the pool.
Is she taking a selfie, or is somebody taking that picture?
No, she's taking a selfie.
Okay.
She's standing outside the pool. My cousin is in the pool.
Next time your wife wants to do something like this, you need to get in the shot via her sunglasses, because I'm trying to read in her sunglasses, look in her sunglasses and see what's going on in the background, because the mirroring effect of the sunglasses.
Yeah, that's some good mirroring effect.
And you need to be standing there flipping her off or something, out of shot, but just to where, it's being blocked.
I don't even know where I was at. I was probably getting more drinks.
Yes, probably.
I was probably up in the room making drinks, because the drinks, if you buy the happy hour drinks, they're cheap. But if you don't want to drink a margarita or a pina colada or a chi-chi or whatever she's got there, then I make them in the room. It's much cheaper. Okay. But you can actually look, if you really look into her left eye, your right eye, as you look at it, you can see the ocean is just right there.
So that's what that is?
Yeah.
Cool. Who's beating you? I want to see their photo.
Oh, it's just, I forget. I'd have to look that up.
How can I find that out? Because maybe I want to change my vote. Maybe I want to vote for them next time. Tomorrow when I can cast a new vote, maybe I want to vote for them.
Well,
even it out a little bit.
No,
maybe it's a really remarkable photo.
Let's see here. Where's the photo contest?
I really want to see the other photo, because if it's like a mind-blowing, Trisha Butcher type photo.
Jessica R is who.
Can you show me the picture?
Sure, yeah. I'll click on it.
It says Explore Contest. Okay.
Yeah, just there, and then look for the picture that says Jessica R. I think her picture sucks, if I remember right. But now I've lost my place. Where was I? Oh, here I am.
You know who's going to end up winning because of product placement? It's going to be that Richard L., because he's got the logo of the actual hotel in his shot with his...
Yeah, he's nowhere near the top. But.
What is the deal with Charles Lance and his trophy wife?
Oh, here's Jessica R. Jessica R. is actually a similar selfie picture.
How does that guy only have 26 votes?
That's her or somebody. So they're taking a picture.
Whatever. Will you please look at Charles Lance L?
Nobody can see this, Jeff, but you and I.
I know, but maybe you can if you explore the contest. Vote for Jeremy and explore the contest.
Oh, Charles L. Is that his daughter? You talking about Charles Lance?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Charles Lance L.
It says just arrived and had lunch by the pool.
Had a nice lunch by the pool.
Yeah, that's his daughter. Or
could it be his daughter? I mean, is there more trophy wife than that?
Oh my God, that's not his daughter. Look at those boobs.
Click on that. I mean, that's guy. Like, I want to know what he does for a living, and why is he entering contests to win a free vacation? Because that is, my God. I'm sorry, I shouldn't judge. Maybe they really love.
Where is this at? I don't even recognize this photo.
Well, it's possible.
I don't even think this is a picture at Cabo Azul.
Possible that there are places at the Cabo Azul that it looks like it's raining outside, so maybe a place that you don't go to because it's never raining.
No, it's not raining. It's blue skies.
Look at you. And you guys have the longest description, by the way, of anybody. Do you think that's why you're in second place?
I wrote that description.
Duh. I mean,
all right.
It is what it is. Okay. I mean, you wrote the description because you're a wordy mofo.
How pathetic can some people be?
I feel guilty being a dad a lot because I always try and save money, and the way you save money is you don't spend on, but it's cheaper stuff. Just like if someone could explain milk to me, why is there a difference in the price of milk? This is what I'm talking about. You go in, you want to buy some milk, like a gallon of milk, the big name brand is board, and it's like $5.18 or $4.18 a gallon or whatever. Then you can buy the store brand, which if you're shopping at Walmart, they call it wall milk. And it's like $1.10 less a gallon. And I'm like, milk is milk. Where are they getting this cheaper milk? Does that worry anybody else? But I mean, is the Borden cows hanging out in a pasture? Big lazy eyelashes, polished bells, green grass, moo. Then you go over the hill and there's the Walmart white trash cows, just brown grass. And they all have tramp stamps, wearing 3 nipple rings. Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Take what you want, darling. I ain't using it. I'm terrified to buy this stuff. I'm afraid my kids will be eating their cereal. This tastes like a Marlboro. Shut up. We saved $1.10.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
It's a great joke. It's funny, so descriptive, but you're at Walmart. What do you expect?
I'm so mad at Walmart right now.
We have a friend. He's so funny. He's older than us. He's our parents' age. He's going to come see us here in a couple weeks. He lives down in Los Angeles with his daughter. And he started shopping at Walmart once he found out they had groceries.
He will not shut up about the Walmart grocery section.
Well, now he's on to Trader Joe's.
Why? What happened?
He loves Trader Joe's. He will not shut up about Trader Joe's. I'm down there. We went to the Phil Collins concert together. And he won't shut up about the Trader Joe's. And the turkey meatloaf. Oh, my God, the turkey meatloaf. And this guy repeats himself. So whenever you're talking to him, you're going to hear the story again. Name's Ken. We call him Kenny 2 times. Because he always is at least going to say, it really should be Kenny 10 times, but to be nice, Kenny 2 times. And he's obsessed with Walmart and Trader Joe's now in the shopping.
Yeah, the two together are great. It's tough. We don't really have Walmart grocery stores. I know they do in Santa Maria.
The one in AG has got some groceries.
Grocery-ish.
Couple of aisles.
Yeah.
But it's not a full-on grocery store. I've seen those full-on grocery stores, and they're like, wow, it's pretty nice. It's huge. Big grocery store.
Good prices.
Buy underwear and groceries at the same place.
I'm really mad at Walmart, though, because this is... Like anybody who had some creativity, and was going to plan on doing this, they just totally squashed it for them, and they're going to have to go with Plan B when it comes to Valentine's Day. They are featuring bouquets of candy. The bouquets of candy are for sale on their website. And it could be...
No one's thought of this before?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Kit Kats, Twizzlers, M&M's, Baby Ruths. They are basically pieces of candy on sticks.
You would be upset if you got this?
That are stuck into a bouquet, and it's like, here, sweetheart.
Well, they do the fruit one, right? It's very expensive, and it's strawberries.
Edible
and it's all
arrangements?
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of those.
Yeah, but I would much rather have this one. That's Kit Kat?
No,
Twizzlers?
I got you on this. Okay?
Baby Woof?
But if you went to the links and made this yourself, then you would win big points. But now, if I wanted, like,
you got to buy the sticks. You got to be creative.
My wife was way into Kit Kats. Okay, she was way into Kit Kats. But now everybody knows that people are talking about this bouquet of candy that Walmart's selling. And I was planning on making a bouquet of Kit Kats. I'm not saying that I was, but I was planning on making a bouquet of Kit Kats for my wife. That idea has been squashed. And now also, because anybody who gets a bouquet of candy, it's my whole Costco argument, right? They're going to know where it came from. It came from Walmart. So You can't win over any woman, and they're not cheap either.
Wait, you're making Walmart dumbass of the day because they're going to be successful?
No, they're not cheap either because it's a bad idea. They're selling anywhere from $40 to $70 a bouquet. That's pretty expensive. That's about the same price as a bouquet of flowers.
It's
now,
pretty
me,
spendy,
if I was getting a bouquet, I'd much rather get the candy bouquet than the flower bouquet. I'm not really a flower guy. Go figure. But now everybody knows. Because we're going to talk about it dumbass of the day. People are going to talk about it on the news. Everybody's going to know that the bouquet of candy comes from Walmart. And if you ever try to win over a woman with a Walmart prize.
Oh, thanks. Walmart Valentines.
Walmart gift on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it's
hard.
A certain kind of population. It's for a certain kind of financial population that maybe you're not going to get. This is more like the Oceano Grover Beach crowd than it is necessarily the San Luis Obispo. I'm just saying,
it doesn't matter who it
Columbia
is.
crowd.
Like, what if she doesn't find out that it's from Walmart? And she's like, "Wow, this is really cute. Where did you get it?"
Oh, it's a surprise.
I made it.
What kind of candy does your wife like? What is her go-to candy?
She loves chocolate, but she likes like high-end chocolates, like box chocolates, like like the chocolates that you get at Valentine's Day typically.
Yeah,
like
my wife too.
I mean, I never understood those chocolates. By the way,
or she does the
M&Ms. Give me a
M&Ms.
Snickers bar over that crap at Whitman's or a Russell Stover any day.
Wouldn't you say the candy at Halloween and Easter is way better than the candy at Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is just usually chocolate, and it's lame.
I don't understand the difference between a Snickers bar and the Russell Stover and the Whitman's. Like, I will take a Snickers. I know what I'm getting with a Snickers bar. I don't know what I'm getting with those.
Right.
I bite into it. Sometimes it's got this weird orange cream in it that's grotesque. Ugh. It's the grossest thing. I'm like, you can't get the flavor out of your mouth for hours. And you're like, God, I wish I would have just picked up a Reese's.
Whoever owns the Snickers bar, and they probably make other candy bars, right? They should make one of these Valentine's Day hearts with just those candies.
They started doing it now.
See, that's brilliant.
Yeah, they started doing it.
Because you're right. We know what we're getting. That other stuff from C's, no offense, C's. Great peanut brittle, by the way. Oh, best peanut brittle I had this year was from C's.
Most overrated.
But sometimes you bite into it, and it's a chocolate, and then it's got a cherry in the middle.
Yeah.
Some cherry that was fermented and disgusting.
Yeah, it's like in heavy syrup.
Ugh.
And you're like, oh, God.
Oh, you spit it out.
Who says, that's delicious?
Yeah.
Nobody says that's delicious. It's like for the same people that make fruitcakes.
Yeah.
So at least you're not that dumb, Walmart. But
well, here's to everybody getting a Walmart Valentine.
If you're getting a bouquet of candy, you pretty much know where they got it. And that makes your Valentine, Jeff and Jeremy's.
Dumbass of the day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
An extra special treat, Jeff, that we got the folks back from the Tamale Festival.
So glad that the Tamale Festival is tomorrow in Atascadero because I forgot to bring breakfast today. So
yeah,
there you go.
We're good to go.
I do a daily brunch because it's a mix of breakfast / lunch. So Martine has brought us tamales from the Central Coast Cafe.
Yeah, that's correct.
Good morning. How's it going, Martine?
Good morning. How are you? Good, thanks.
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant before we jump into the Tamale Festival.
Well, we have a small cafe. I always have the idea that was never the Atascadero to stop to get a good meal. It was fast food, Mexican food. We want to create something different. So my cousin and I, we got it together. We got two backgrounds for French cuisine and Asian cuisine. So we put it together and said, let's try to make something we can make fresh with open kitchen. People can see what you're doing and everything fresh make there, trying to make as much as we can for the size of the location. So that's how we start. Yeah.
So your place then, it doesn't necessarily specialize in Mexican food, even though you're making you made us tamales, but you're saying it's Asian and French cuisine?
Yes, exactly. We don't have any Mexican items there. We have like eggs Benedicts, omelets, sandwiches, salads, but we can do like paellas, chipinos, everything. We have a variety, everything pretty much.
So then, is the tamales that you made for the festival tomorrow, is that just a one-off just to try your hand at it?
No. We brought our aunts from San Jose just to come and do the tamales for us, like make it that way. special, you know.
Nice.
I don't
From
think.
San Jose?
Yeah.
Like Mexico, San Jose?
No, San Jose, California.
There's too many San Jose.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's so neat, and this is great. I've got the pork one. It's got a red sauce on it. Jeff went with the chicken. It's got a little spice on it.
Chicken green sauce.
You know, Terry, we're so excited for this event. How many different people are making tamales again? How many people
We
do you
have
have doing that?
33 different tamale vendors.
So there's no way you can eat 33 tamales. I mean, that
No.
would be insane.
No.
But you got to get together with a couple of friends. Maybe you go and you get a couple bites from each one, and then you can
Yeah.
try as many as you can.
You split them. You know,
Yeah.
you go to each one and split it, and then you could buy, a dozen of each one or whatever you want. You can freeze them because they'll give you options at Tamale Festival. They'll give you an option to buy cold or ready to eat.
Really? So we
Yes.
can take them home?
Absolutely.
Oh, that is
So,
great.
yeah.
You don't
you
get
could
that
get a
at-
couple
yeah.
dozen
All right.
from wherever.
We should do
in
that at the
your
Macaroni
favorite.
and Cheese Festival. You can buy macaroni and cheese.
Speaking of which, we have a vendor that's going to be there that has macaroni and cheese Carolina barbecue tamale.
Oh, see? That's what I was checking out on the website. And you get online and you kind of start reading about this. And I was looking at some comments from last year and all the different types of tamales that people make. I'm just used to chicken, pork, chili relleno maybe. But yeah, mac and cheese, barbecue tamales.
There's like a turkey, sweet potato, cranberry tamale. I mean, there is some very creative gourmet tamales out there that you'll find at our event, which is super exciting. And then, Martine, you were saying that the mole that you made,
Yeah, we've been making mole since yesterday from scratch.
Amazing.
And we're gonna make for the pork and the red sauce. We're gonna call him a muddy pig.
Oh, nice. And so you got the mole sauce on top
On
there.
top of it,
Yeah.
with a little
Oh.
queso fresco.
See,
Yeah.
so you got to be out there. Check it
It's
out.
the Tamale Festival. It's happening tomorrow at Tascadero Sunken Gardens. Make sure you get out there. It's a free event to go to. You just buy your tamales and your beverages. There's plenty of entertainment. We got Terry Bannis from the city of Atascadero in studio. So besides tamales, lay out what's going on.
From the famous dancing horses to Manuel Enrique doing a solo performance on the horse. We have a trick roper as a part of all that. We have the Mexicanissimo Mariachi Band that's going to be out there, as well as our Falcon Airstrike team. We're going to launch the event with that. We're going to have a Falcon flying around City Hall and then landing on Mayor Moreno's arm.
Wow.
So she'll be ready for that. And then we have the judging going on. That'll be taking place as the entertainment's taking place because that's not open to the public, but it'll be fun to see.
A lot of beer, a lot of wine.
A lot of beer, wine, margaritas, of course. And then sangrias and Cutwater Spirits will be out there. So we have quite a variety.
It is going to be quite a festival, as it is going to. I'm looking at the map that you've provided for us, and you're going to take over the entirety of
the
downtown.
entire downtown. Yep.
Yeah, all the way, all the way over to Traffic Way, and then on to the other side of the Sunken Gardens there, along the I guess the south side of the Sunken Gardens. So this is
it's going to be a big
festival.
event. Yep. We sold 23,000 tamales last year.
A lot of live music, a lot of bands.
A lot of live music.
I'm looking here, the Mexican dancing horses.
Yes.
I'm planning
They're
on coming up
beautiful.
on Saturday. I have family
Okay.
coming in from Seattle. I'm like, you got to come to the Tamale Festival.
Yes, they do.
And
Absolutely.
so it's a lot of fun. And then, what else did the tamale eating contest.
Yes. So that's at 2:30.
Can anybody sign up for that? Just show up?
But you got to sign up fast because
Okay.
11 to 1 is when we're registering both the tamale eating contest, which we're only taking up to 20 people for adults, which is 12 and over.
Is there a
and-
prize or is this for bragging rights?
Oh, there's a prize. There's a trophy. You're going to have a Kennedy Club Fitness workout package for 3 months.
That's good.
as well. So there you
Burn
go.
all the
Yeah.
calories.
Which
That's
is a lot of
perfect.
fun.
Cool.
And then we have the Chihuahua costume contest and fashion show, which is right now it's kind of in that off the hook type of lingo because there's so many Chihuahua owners out there, and there's already within our own office Chihuahua wars on who's going to win the costume contest, and that's also you register 11 to 1. Woods Humane Society is the sponsor for that. Steve's helping me pull that together, and it'll be our first one, so we're excited about that.
Oh,
too.
Martine, Central Coast Cafe, let people know where that is at if they want to hit you up for anything outside of the Tamale Festival.
Yeah, of course, we're in 5810 in Traffic Way, a block down from the Carlton Hotel. We tucked in back in the Altea Plaza shopping center called Paseo.
El Paseo is the name of it there, and it's just off Traffic Way. Really nice little courtyard there where you can just like chill and
I kind of take you to a different place.
yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool atmosphere, and we encourage you to go out and check out some of the French and the Asian.
Yes.
Is it fusion or is it just kind of?
No, we do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes we put them in special for like like a pasta or stuff like that, and other days we put like a cioppino.
You got to go check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah.
Don't forget, this event is free. You don't have to pay to get into this.
Exactly.
You can just show up. You can be entertained. You'll just pay for your tamales and your beverages and enjoy yourself. If you want to find out more, visit Atascadero.com. Click on Tamale Fest. Great to see you, Terry. Martine.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.
That's where you can check this show out live online. This is the Redzone Challenge.
And recorded on demand.
Yeah.
Live online and recorded on demand.
It's brought to you by our friends at Firestone Walker Brew. We've got Ali Razi on the line here, who's probably very happy because things went very well for him last week. Numbers, throw them out. There's only one number to remember, then the number is 3, all right? And that is that I am 3 games behind this guy. It doesn't even matter where you're at, Jeff. Sorry, I don't mean to be insensitive.
No, it's fine.
But honestly, the number is 3, and that is I have to pick opposite of you this week, and I have to pick opposite of you in the Super Bowl, and then I have to win the tiebreaker. And this is exactly the situation you and Ollie were in last year, right, Jeff?
Yeah, it was. So there's hope for you, Jeremy, from the standpoint of
you can't be that. I mean, you can be lucky. But you can't be that lucky, right? To do it twice, 2 years in a row.
I think he'll emerge just fine.
No, I'm
feeling pretty good right now. I gotta admit.
So this is how we got into this situation, and that is the chokers choked, and the Philadelphia Eagles came up short. And I picked both of those teams. Ollie had picked the Patriots and the
Well, you were riding high during that Philly
Saints.
pick, weren't you? You were like, all right, things are going good. Things are going good. Things are not going good. And then
I gotta admit, I kind of pooped my pants a little bit at the end of that game too.
You pooped your pants.
I thought for sure when they missed that field goal that Philly was going to come back and win. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
And here they are. They're driving there, but they have to score a touchdown, right? They were down by 6.
Yeah.
And Foles throws it to McCaffrey, his number 1 receiver. Not McCaffrey.
No, Alshon Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, sorry.
But they rushed it. That was the weird part. Was I didn't understand why they weren't trying to take time off the clock, and I guess that would be. I would have loved to known like what was going through everybody's head. It was like, all right, they're not set, and then we're going to rush this pass, and it just happened to bounce up and out of his hands. So it was just a weird set of events. And then I didn't quite understand why New Orleans, they called that timeout, and you thought that they were going to try to run their best play. And then they ran Kamara right up the middle, and every time that what was his name? Fletcher Cox, is that the guy on Philly?
Yes.
Every time he was in the game, he scared the crap out of you because he was just shutting them down. And so why they thought they could run up the middle instead of doing some other little play to get more yardage for a better field goal was the other weird one. It was just a weird end of game. And then, you're like, oh, no, I think Philly's going to come back and score. And, the train goes again. And then, just that fluke bounce up in the air, and the Saints had it.
Yeah, so here we are. And we don't even really need to talk much to you because you already told us you got New Orleans, Kansas City in the Super Bowl, so I know which way your picks are going.
Yep.
So thanks for jumping on the podcast. We'll talk to you later.
But I'm really curious. I think these games are so, I look at these games, I'm going, God, these really could go either way. Yeah, New Orleans is at home, but God, they almost lost to Philadelphia. Now they got the Rams coming in. Which obviously the Rams started off a little bit hotter earlier on this season than they did towards the end, but I think you could say the same for New Orleans. And then you got Kansas City hosting New England. And God, I really thought the Chargers were going to be able to beat Tom Brady, and he bitch slapped him. That score doesn't even represent really how bad that they put the beat down on San Diego. So, and Kansas City's defense isn't that great.
Doesn't it make you feel like they were playing possum for like the last half of the season? Because New England didn't. That was what I was most excited to see, was New England come out and look like that, because now we know we got a real game here coming up this Sunday between the two of them. So that's going to be I would not be surprised on any outcome. But you're right. I am going with New Orleans and Kansas City still for the Super Bowl.
So that's really all we need to know. All right. But Jeff, what do you got?
Oh,
We'll start. Yeah, what do you got?
like this is the only.
And do you want to talk about point spreads? I think that I saw the Chiefs are favored by 3
Yes.
at home over New England. I didn't see the New Orleans spread.
I think
though.
it was 2.5.
Okay.
is what I saw.
I even think that's high. It should be 1.5.
I'm gonna go.
Both games.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots and the Rams. Even though I want to see the Chiefs and the Rams, I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I'm gonna go with both underdogs.
Are you really?
In the Super Bowl.
That's what I have to do.
Yeah.
Because, Ali, you are going to go New Orleans and Kansas City, you said. So
Yep.
I have to go opposite of you. So, and you know what? I look at that and I don't feel terrible about it. I'm not going to lose sleep
You
over
shouldn't.
this.
No.
But,
You shouldn't at all.
listen. All right, there's something called karma, and it hits me right in the face. And so I know I'm going to be drinking a lot of beer. And we all know that we're going to be there all day. Because I can't beer bong. You saw that.
Yeah.
I tried to do a 24-ouncer, and, most of it sprayed out the side of my big fat mouth.
I was gonna say karma's not gonna be the only thing hitting you in the face.
I just hope you two will be nice to me like I was nice to you, Jeff. And I gave you 805 lager.
Yes. I will be nice. I don't know. It'll depend on what day we do it on and what my feelings are on you on that day.
Oh,
You remember how nice I was to you the week before?
yeah.
Am I ever that nice to you? No. Come on.
So, yeah, you did. You played me like a fiddle, like a flute. All right, there it is. So, I got L.A. and I got New England, and I believe.
Yes.
Let's do. We got to do a points. We got to do it. Oh no, we don't have to do a tiebreaker. We don't have to do it.
No, not till the
this
Super
week.
Bowl
There's
if
not
we
gonna-
get there.
Yeah, that's going to be a moot point probably. I got a question. I got a beer question for you, Ali.
Yes, sir.
So,
Let's hear it.
Dustin brought in the
Resilience
IPA,
Yes.
and he left behind a growler. And I found the growler in the back of my refrigerator. Holidays, you get busy, things block it.
It's in the can. It's
It
not
was-
a growler. It's called a Crowler. I
Crowler,
think.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is in the crowler.
Which I think makes a difference on age.
32 ounces. So I find this crowler and I see that the can on date is 12/19. I find it on Sunday night. Okay. So
Okay.
this is what, the 13th, I guess? 14th? 13th. And I find it on Sunday night and I'm like, I'm not going to just throw it out because it says right on there, drink within 3 days of being canned. And I was like, oh, well, this is probably no good again, but I'm going to try it. I'm just going to try it and see. It still tasted amazing. Why does it say drink within 3 days on the crowlers?
Well,
when
they
buy
want you to
them?
drink it at its freshest point.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. At its ultimate freshest point. The cool thing about the Crowler versus a growler, because the growler you just have that twist on top, and so you're hoping you're not going to lose CO2, which, people put it in their car, drive long distance, all of a sudden car's shaking, you're going to lose some CO2 out of that Crowler. Out of the growler. In the Crowler, so for people that don't know, it's essentially a giant can, and then we purge it with CO2, and then we fill the beer in there. So we try to get all the oxygen out of there, and then we put the lid on it, and then essentially the lid gets sealed up, and you have a giant can of beer. But that keeps all the CO2 in there because there's no way for the CO2 to actually leak out of the Crowler. So we purge it as well as we can because oxidation is what you're trying to go against. You don't want that weird off flavors occurring from oxidation. So, yeah, you do. If you put it in your fridge, you keep it in there, you got time to drink it. You don't have to drink it within 3 days.
It tasted
Couple
every
weeks,
bit
no problem.
as good, a little bit better because the kids were driving me nuts. So, it tasted every bit as good as when he brought it by that morning when we did the taste test with CCB, and I was just like, wow, okay, well, I guess. I mean, do you trust? I mean, like, beers. They say drink by dates and canned on dates and all that stuff. I mean, you could stretch it most of the time, right? Depending on how you keep the beer.
So here's the thing: it's like we at our place we're battling oxygen ingress in any packaging. So we try to have the lowest levels of oxygen, whether it's our cans or our bottles. But what else occurs for oxidation is temperature. So if you go to the store and you see a ton of beer on the floor, because that's how marketing people set it up, they want it on the aisle so it catches people's eyes. Well, you want the stuff that's been cold stored from the beginning of its life to the end of its life. And the longer you cold store something, the better off it's going to be long term. So yeah, you're right. A beer that's been warm stored for 90 days versus a beer that's been cold stored for 90 days are going to have completely different freshness levels from a flavor standpoint. And we prove it all the time in panel. You know, something that's been 90 days cold stored can have no oxidation occur to it. Something that's been 90 days warm stored can be roached and not drinkable. But that's from a brewer's palate too. So,
but what you're saying is if, no matter what the beer, you should always keep it as cold as you possibly can.
Always keep it cold. Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
And then when a place says that they have the coldest beer in town, how is that proven?
I guess if you see ice floating in it, I don't know. Some of the marketing stuff is so ridiculous, you know, like cold filtered, that means absolutely nothing. You can't filter stuff warm. You know, all of those like terms you hear on the commercials are all just baloney. Yeah. So
it's good to know.
It is.
It's good to find this kind of stuff out. It's thanks for enlightening us.
One more thing is, you know, like we won't let trucks leave here unless we have refrigeration on them, because we want everything cold as long as we can control it. So all of our trucks are refrigerated. Everything that we do has refrigeration involved, and it costs a little extra penny, but we want to make sure the customer gets the freshest beer we can get to them. So,
and you guys,
there's not too many people complaining, so I think you guys are doing a fine job.
And you guys, you know, which is nice is that, you know, for most of your beers, you have the equipment. You're big enough to where you're sending your stuff all over the country, and you can do that. But some of these smaller breweries, that's kind of where I figured out this whole drink right away thing is they don't have that.
Yeah.
So it's really important you get to some of those craft breweries, the smaller ones that don't have that equipment, and to drink their beer right away, you don't want to sit on it. And
you know, and like you know, everybody is asking what makes Mind Haze different than everything else, and we do have the ability, since we are a slightly larger brewery here, to use the best technology for packaging our stuff to make sure that our total oxygen levels are the lowest they can be, to make sure that there's no actual yeast making it into that unfiltered beer. So what you're drinking is actually just the haze is coming from the protein in the wheat, and not necessarily yeast that's going to settle out in that beer. So that's why like our hazy, I'd say if we did the test versus somebody else's hazy, you could drink it in 60, 90 days and it would hold up a heck of a lot better than some of these smaller breweries. And that's just because we have that advantage. But yeah, you're right.
There you go. So get up there.
While you can.
You got to try the new hazy. Do you love it? 2 thumbs up?
Oh my God. Yeah, by far it's one of the best hazy IPAs, and I know it sounds biased, but it's one of the best hazy IPAs I've had, and super proud of it. It was a team effort, and we really kicked ass on this one. So.
All right.
I can't wait to try it. I'm loving. I mean, it's kind of like different styles of beer, right? And this is kind of like my favorite thing right now that I'm into. So can't wait to try the hazy.
It's definitely the progression of where IPAs have kind of gone. So
yeah,
and is it only available at the brew house and in restaurants, or is it going to be available in stores too? If you want to
no, it's everywhere. Okay. It should be at grocery stores now, actually. So
all right, run out and buy it.
You should be able to find it.
It kicks ass.
All right, gentlemen.
They really kicked ass with this one.
Go Pats! Go Rams! Go ram it! Ram it! Ram it!
All right, guys.
See you, buddy.
Good luck.
You can play along. We still have weekly winners giving away some great restaurant stuff.
Which, by the
KZOZ.com.
way, these games are 8 points apiece.
Yeah, so you're going to jump up.
So if you're up high, you want to make sure to put as much research into winning those tickets to the Firestone Walker Invitational this upcoming June.
Would you have drinking that beer? The beer that in the refrigerator?
Oh, I would have tried it. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's what I did with it. And what we're talking about is Dustin, the brewer at Firestone, brought us in some Resilience IPA when it launched, and he gave me a Crowler of it, and I took it home, and with the holidays and everything, I put it in there, and then it got shoved back behind a bunch of stuff in the refrigerator, and then I looked, and I saw it back there on Sunday, and I was like, oh, well, I don't want to waste beer.
No, you got to drink that beer.
I looked at it and it said, please use within 3 days. And I was like, oh, this says 12.19.
For best results.
This is 12.19, okay? I mean, we're talking about at least 3 weeks had passed by.
Well, you've seen how they do that, right? They literally pull it right off the tap of the keg, right? So it comes off the tap. They put it in. It's like in a glass, but it's a can, and then they seal the can. So it's. I mean, I guess I don't know. So it's already been transferred from when they made the beer into a keg, and then it's been sitting in a keg, which is airtight. I mean, it's perfect, right? It's a great vessel to hold it in.
It gets air contact when you fill up the Crowler.
But it gets a little bit of oxygen and air contact there. But as soon as you seal it, it holds all that carbonation in. So maybe it's not as carbonated as it was if you drank it earlier, but I don't know.
My wife bought me one Christmas. She bought me a Mr. Beer.
I remember this, and I tried. You made some kind of brown ale or something.
Yeah, and the Mr. Beer, don't ever do the Mr. Beer. We ended up throwing out the Mr. Beer.
Yeah. It's one of those things you do once you're like, God, I'd rather just go buy beer. This is a pain in the ass.
Because everything's got to be super sterile. I mean, it's ridiculous.
But who knows? Maybe the Mr. Beer launched some people's career in the craft beer industry.
Yeah, because they probably like, oh, I wonder what happened if I did this. So
I think of those guys that started Barrel House. When they came in, they told us, they were over in the valley. They were construction guys, but they were making beer in their bathrooms, and then they set up got a little bigger in their garage, and then they went over to somebody's shop and they were doing it, and then next thing you know, they're like, hell, let's buy a brewery.
I used to fill Coke bottles full of the beer that I made from Mr. Beer because that's what it said. It said, for best results, use some kind of resealable bottle that has got a screw top on it. So I went out and got a bunch of those, either 16 ounce or 12 ounce Coke bottles and drank all the Coke, and then I pour my beer and store my beer in there. But it was so weird looking at a Coke label, drinking beer out of this used. You had to clean it out. Really good.
A lot of work.
It was a lot of work, but
and the beer was, no offense, it wasn't my cup of tea.
It was flat.
But I don't drink those kind of beers anyway. See, it was a little heavier and
it was like a Newcastle type.
I'm sure if it was 100 years ago, people probably would have thut that was a pretty good beer. You were just
you're making beer in a plastic thing. What's plastic?
They say people are way ahead of their time. You were the opposite.
Way behind my time. But is there anything else that you'll roll the dice? I mean, I'll always roll the dice with beer.
Too much stuff.
Beer could be 2 years old.
Dairy,
and I'll be like, I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah, I'll go another week on dairy, as long as it doesn't smell bad.
Dairy meaning milk?
Sour cream, cottage cheese, milk.
You play with fire.
Yeah. Well, the milk we have, my wife always buys the lactose-free milk because she has a little bit of an issue. So
it's
that
expensive.
stuff, you take that protein out of lactose out of milk, it lasts for 3 months almost.
Oh, really?
It's crazy. Like when you buy regular milk, what's it last? A week, maybe 2?
2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, this will last 2 to 3 months.
Depending on.
We can leave it in there forever. And
you're kidding me.
After you drink it a while, and the Lucerne, sorry, I always say it wrong. The Lucerne brand is the best, I think, that tastes the most just like milk. You buy that lactate milk, no good. Don't even try it.
So there's a different taste in this milk?
A little bit, because it takes that protein out, which also gives it flavor and all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, it'll last a long time.
You're telling me then, if I'm the type of person, because I used to be this type of person before I had kids, and they suck up the milk like crazy in my house. But I go back to before I was kids, I was throwing milk out all of the time because we would never finish. I mean, I'm talking half-gallon cartons. I'm not much of a milk drinker. Either is my wife. So, I mean, a little bit on cereal now and then, but I'm not 12, so I don't eat a lot of cereal. And it would consistently go bad. So you're telling me it might be worth spending up a little bit for the lactose-free milk, because lactose-free milk is a lot more expensive than regular milk, correct?
I'm sorry, I'm getting schooled.
But because
Mike just texted and he goes, hey, Jeremy, lactose is a sugar, not a protein. Okay. Sorry, I thought I read somewhere it was a protein.
Well, whatever.
Lactose is a sugar.
It makes the milk go bad quick. I'll tell you that.
If you take the lactose out, the milk lasts a lot longer.
So if it lasts me a month and a half, 2 months long, like you claim, you say 3 months even, then it might be more cost effective for me as a casual milk drinker to invest in the lactose-free product as opposed to the full-on
I think you
product?
should. Yeah, do it.
I mean, I don't have to now, but there'll be a time when I'm an empty nester and the kids leave, and then we're back to, barely any milk consumption at all in the house, but you got to have some on hand.
Just
for
go
cooking
get
and stuff.
a small, like, pint-size lactose and see what you think of it.
Yeah.
It's not bad, especially on cereal. But you know what I would recommend? Almond milk or cashew milk. Cashew milk and almond milk last a very long time,
Yes, they do.
they're great on cereal.
I'm not.
That little nuttiness is pretty good. So, yeah, sour cream, though, I'll go 4 or 5 days past. If it has that start to get a little rich smell to it, yeah, there you go.
I've never let sour cream get to the point where it's rich smell.
You know what I mean? It just starts to...
Like dairy scares the hell out of me. Like I'll look at the.
Sorry, that was gross.
I'll look at the date on the bottom of it or on the side of it, and I won't even attempt to give it a smell. If I give it a smell, I might be throwing up. So I'm like, oh nope, they say it's bad, and I toss it. Dairy is the one I will not roll the dice with.
Morning, Matt Cross. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I don't think I've talked to you since the
I
New
have
Year.
not seen you guys since before Christmas, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It got busy.
Yeah, it
holidays. Kids are off. I come in here when my kids go to school.
Yeah.
So when the kids are at home, they're like,
Don't use the kid thing with me, okay? Listen, I don't have kids. I don't need to hear about
don't
your
use the
kids.
dog thing with us ever either.
Yeah, okay. All right, never mind. We could use the kid and the dog thing. Sometimes that comes in really handy.
Would you give your kids? I don't know. Do your kids eat mayonnaise on sandwiches?
Not really.
Enough to keep it. To give it.
I've got one daughter who just hates anything white and creamy. She
Okay.
hates sour cream, whipped cream,
Whipped cream?
vanilla ice cream. She's like, no, I don't like it. I'm like, you want to give that a try again? I mean, a spoonful of vanilla ice cream. Who's going to say no?
She should do the Bird Box challenge.
She's on no. I'm not in.
Bird Box her ass.
It's a Bird Box challenge.
You're not watching Bird Box on Netflix?
I just started watching last night.
Oh, okay. You got to put the blindfold on her, then she won't know. Blind
is this
taste
a
test.
show or
That's
is
a
this
new
a
way to
movie?
say blindfold somebody.
What's that?
Is this a show or a movie?
It's
a movie.
It's a movie.
But you started watching it last night, but you didn't finish it?
No, I
it
was
didn't hold
tired.
your
I
attention?
fell asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much did you get into it before you fell asleep?
I mean, I don't know. It's everyone's like saying how amazing it is, and it's like, okay, if you look at this thing, whatever it is, you like kill yourself, and they're just kind of running around with blindfolds on. I'm like, it's not really.
Did you see YouTube?
You got to stay with it, man.
Get to the point.
YouTube, the Bird Box has changed YouTube's policy on pranks that are like now. If you film a prank that is harming somebody else,
They'll take your video down?
they'll take your video down.
Oh, that's a good. I mean,
I know that's a great.
Yeah.
Good for YouTube.
because that's
I
one
think.
thing about that. Well, I can't say that. I protect somebody. That they're dealing with kids, students in schools, is they'll record you they're fighting and put it up on YouTube.
Right.
Like
That's
it's like
no longer-
messed up.
Like bum fights?
Yeah, but with kids, like
Kid fights, that'd be even better.
Yeah.
you're going to
But
jail.
you're gonna have to. You're gonna have
Why
to.
am I going to jail? I'm just commenting.
You're gonna have to go to Vimeo.
I'm not doing it.
If
I'm a commentator.
what's that other one?
That'd be the best official kid fight commentator.
Yeah, that's my second career.
Mark's coming up. He's 13. He's a little heavy this year, but he's throwing a good punch.
I need to reinvent
Going
myself.
up to
You
Luke.
know,
What?
doing
Luke
this
plays
thing with
the
Jeff,
violin.
doing the wine show. I'll just be a kid fight commentator.
Live. What is that? What is that other one? Is it Live Leak that will show anything?
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
got real
gosh.
popular during the wars and things like that because soldiers would take videos of guys
Oh.
getting shot and stuff.
So yeah, you gotta start going to Live Leak. Live Leak
No, I can't watch that stuff. It's too.
instead of YouTube.
Yeah, Live Leak is too graphic for me.
YouTube's now PG.
Because Live Leak, you could be everything's cool. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. You don't see that. You won't see that on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, somebody's head explodes. You're like, whoa, I did not want to see that.
Didn't sign up for that.
I did not want to see that.
That would be a prank that harms somebody else.
This is much more exciting than the lactose conversation you were having.
No, we're gonna go back to it.
Well, don't you want to? Well, that's where Jeff's going with this. But isn't that interesting to you? If you buy a milk that doesn't have lactose in it, which we now know is a sugar, not a protein, Mike Rose, thank you.
Fructose, glucose, lactose.
That it will last an extra 90 days.
Oats means
Also, if you
sugar.
buy organic milk, and the date on it is like 2 months farther back than regular milk.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's like what, an extra $1?
Yeah.
It's such a socialite. Where do you get your organic milk?
I did it by accident because I saw milk and grabbed it and I was like, "Oh, this thing's good till like February. Why is that? Oh, it's organic milk."
I gotta look into that. I always just like milk's milk,
That's what I'm saying.
What does it mean that it's organic? Does that mean it's
they don't give hormones
free
and-
range?
and stuff to the cows? Like they get. Okay, here's an example. If you go to Vaughn's and you get a chicken breast, if you get like the regular chicken, like the organic chicken breast, they look like they could be on a chicken. You get the ones they sell there that are like they're not organic. The chicken breast is like one breast is like this chicken must have been like the Hulk of chicken.
Right.
Oh,
It
they're
just
feeding
pumped
it,
it with hormones and stuff.
Then
Antibiotics.
You're getting your money's worth then.
I mean, if you If you want to eat that, that's fine. But
I just feel like organic got way out of control in the last decade, and now I don't even know if things that I'm buying are organic, if they really are organic, or I'm just paying more because they did one thing
that's
different.
the thing. There is something to it. The stuff they're putting into foods, and if you don't care, you don't care.
Okay.
Maybe you'll live the same amount of time. I don't know. So I've got friends that are on the other end where they will not buy anything that's not organic. I'm like, whoa.
I'm coming around on all that free range stuff, and
the meat, because I eat a lot of meat, so I try and get like.
So you're a
Grass-fed.
trader. You're an ex-Trader Joe's guy.
I'm an ex-Trader.
I don't know if you have the answer to this because
What do you mean? You're anti-Trader Joe's?
No, I used to work there.
Oh, that's right.
This is an anomaly.
We wear your Trader Joe's shirt in one day.
Sure.
Is it a Hawaiian?
I still got my name.
has to
I
be,
still got
right?
my name tag.
Is it the Hawaiian shirt?
No, I would never made it up that high in the ranks of the Trader Joe's.
Oh, I didn't know there was a ranking system on types of shirts.
There's part time, which is under 40 hours, and there's like full time, which you're a manager and
Hawaiian shirt.
And then you get Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's Hawaiian shirt is a badge of honor at Trader Joe's.
So if I have a problem at Trader Joe's, I go to Hawaiian shirt.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I was there the other day, and my wife says, go pick up a loaf of bread. And I was like, okay. She wanted a French baguette. There was two. There was the organic variety, and then there was the regular variety. The regular variety came in a bag that was open, so the tip was stale of the bread. Mm-hmm. The organic variety it was totally wrapped on both ends. Seemed fresher, and it was $1 less. Why is organic cheaper than
that's a great question.
Than the regular in that instance?
You'd have to ask a flowered shirt.
I would not know they would.
I'm going to ask the flowered shirt because
go to the flowered
everything
shirt.
else in that store that's organic
Is
is like a lot more than but the bread. But I'm afraid I might ruin it for everybody because I think they may have mismarked it. You know what I mean? They got them confused and they're just rolling with it.
That's very possible.
I will not say which Trader Joe's this was at.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOC.com.
So Matt walks in here today, and I don't know if it's the time of year. You always wear shorts, though, don't you?
I wear shorts a lot.
And I noticed that you have your socks hiked up to almost your knees. And I'm like, my dad used to do that back in the 80s.
I'm going to take a picture of it and post it.
Well, you push them down now. They were higher.
They don't go any higher. Try and make them go higher than they are right now.
They were a little bit higher when you walked in here.
My grandfather had a heart attack. Well, he had
How do you wear your socks, by the way?
a few. If I'm wearing jeans, I'll pull them up.
Okay, Jeff, are those
What if you're wearing shorts?
I don't push them
You just
down.
wear short socks.
are those
right?
pulled up to my knees? Just,
No.
Thank you.
Here, let's do it.
all
Let's
right.
do a thing. Let's do a
Okay.
thing. Take a picture of my.
They're all right.
Take a picture of my socks.
You've got women's socks on. I can't help you with that.
Just take a picture. We're going to do a poll. All right.
My grandfather
All right. And we're going to say, how do you wear your socks?
Okay.
and when after he had his first heart attack, he was going to start, taking care of his life and stuff and going on walks. So he'd always make me go on a walk with him. And we'd have to go on these pretty long walks for, I think I was, 7 or 8 years old. So I had to take these pretty long walks with my grandfather because he was, going to show the world that he can get better. And we would go walk like 1.5 miles, but he would come home from work and want to go walking right away. So he would throw on, I mean, this is total, 80s grandfather uniform, right? He was wearing a white undershirt.
Yep.
So he would just take off his top shirt, leave the white undershirt on. He would throw on some shorts because it would be summertime. They would be these blue polyester shorts and either brown or black socks pulled up like Jeremy hates with tennis shoes that were usually wide as can be.
Yeah.
But
Old
he's
school
a grandpa.
tension.
That's fine. He's got grandpa socks. He's wearing his socks
They're
like
not
grandpa. That's my
grandpa
point.
socks.
Grandpas could do that.
Yeah, but when you're walking with your grandpa and he's wearing the most hideous thing,
Oh, dude.
and you're like, oh,
He's
God.
your grandpa. Everybody just says, "Oh, that's cute."
I hope
Look at him.
Sean-
He's walking with his grandpa.
I hope Sean down the street doesn't see me today walking with my grandpa.
I'm okay with grandpa status.
My grandpa never wore shorts. I don't think I ever saw him in shorts. He wore slacks,
My grandfather should not have worn shorts.
and he.
I think mine was just in boxers in his easy chair. I don't think he ever moved from there.
Those were his shorts.
Hey, you
He
can
wore shorts. He wore
we do a
boxers.
side by side shot
I
of that.
just sent you the.
Oh, you
pictures.
did? Yeah, put it up. You could here. Okay. Oh no, I got to do it.
Yeah.
Look at how much better looking my legs are than yours, but mine look very feminine. Look at this.
You should quit.
Whose legs look more feminine?
how
in
are
that
yours
picture?
better?
you
listening to mine.
you should quit shaving your legs.
They're not shaved. Look at this. I have hair on them.
Why? How come you don't grow hair on your legs?
I just don't have as. It's more up towards my knee.
I mean, you have a beard. You have a mustache.
Yeah, I'm very manly.
I mean, What is it about your legs that you can't grow hair on?
Hold on, look at this.
He's got hair in his
Not
leg.
much, though. I mean, that's not a lifetime's full of hair. If that's a lifetime full of hair, if you had like you're in ninth grade.
I don't have much. I don't have much more hair.
Let me see your hairy leg.
I got a lot of hair on my legs. See?
Put your hair up.
See? I got a lot of hair on my
no,
legs.
You guys you're not that much hairier, Jeff.
I guess not. See how I'm wearing my socks?
I have dainty ankles.
You do have dainty ankles.
I think it's because your legs are like the size of most people's waists. You have very big legs.
I have big calf muscles.
Yeah.
Because
You work out too much. You work out too much.
I don't do any leg workouts. I skip leg day every
week. Can we
week.
get back to the mayonnaise?
Sure. What do you want? What's the question
Oh yeah,
for
the
mayonnaise?
mayonnaise.
I think you're fine with mayonnaise unless it starts to crack and dry
It
out.
has a best buy date on it.
It's just eggs and oil. I mean, that's what mayonnaise
Yeah,
is.
eggs and oil. I mean, eggs. Eggs go bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Not if there's
a
not mixed in with oil.
No, I would. I mean, I would throw out my mayonnaise if it was past the due date.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe this should be the poll question today. Mayonnaise, even though it's got a best buy date. Best. If
What about
used,
my socks poll?
best if used?
Men,
by,
should you wear your socks halfway up your calf or around your ankle?
You mean normal?
Nobody. Men. You know
How
what?
do men wear their
You know what
socks?
Real men do. They don't make an issue out of it.
Oh, but they talk about mayonnaise? They talk about mayonnaise? Just eat the damn
Wear their
mayonnaise.
socks however the hell they want to wear their socks.
Okay, so apparently real men talk about mayonnaise.
Yes.
Born on dates or
That's how you make,
Best Buy
that's how you make
dates.
special sauce. You leave mayonnaise out in the sun.
I want to include women in this too.
What's mayonnaise? It's oil and eggs,
yolks,
right?
yeah, pretty much.
The eggs
Aioli.
part of it scares the hell out of me. All right.
Yeah,
And the
I
whole,
see what you're saying.
You can't leave it outside for an hour, but if it's in your refrigerator, go ahead and use it till it's done. That scares the
I think
hell
the
out of me.
bacteria doesn't grow if it doesn't get to under a certain point. It's like food safe stuff. Just keep it under 40 degrees under 40 degrees. You're okay.
Scary.
I guess anything goes on Fridays. Just all over the place.
Yeah. Socks and mayonnaise. We're getting to the real issues, folks.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOC.com.
How are things going at the bar there, Matt?
They're going well. We had an amazing December, great January so far. We've been doing lots of events.
I've noticed you finally got it in your budget to give your two best friends some T-shirts.
Some T-shirts. I did. We just got our first batch of swag out there. We got hats, T-shirts.
You love swag.
I love swag. It's my thing. That's why I started a bar, just so I could start to get T-shirts and hats.
My wife was telling me the story about Pip Sticks, and how I guess apparently like they have that little store down there, but where they make all their money is by selling stickers online. They're like one of the biggest online.
I was wondering about that.
Sticker sales places in the world.
Right.
So that that's their
main deal.
Their hobby is the storefront, but then everything else is.
Because I was like, dude, how do they pay rent? I mean, I took my girls in there. I bought like $3 worth of stickers.
Yeah, you're like,
woo!
And they walked out with a haul.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, they're not going to get another $3 from me for 5 years. But then I thought of you.
Oh,
and
yeah?
you're a man who loves his stickers.
I do.
Oh.
I'm a big sticker guy.
How many stickers you bought in the last year?
I get a lot of free stickers, and I make a lot of my own stickers.
How do you make your own stickers?
This is stickerguy.com. Send in design, I'll make stickers for you.
So wait a second. You go to a website, you design it.
It must be awesome having
and
yours
then they
dad.
just send it to you?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad deal.
You ever made customized stickers for your girls?
I haven't yet.
Come on.
I got to come up with a. I don't know. That's a great. I didn't even think about it, to be honest.
Label everything.
I know. I need to do that. Maggie and Phoebe stickers.
150 labels.
Yeah. I've got stickers like it's unbelievable. I've got a whole like thing in my man's cave about with just like random different stickers I've made and collected. And
can you make us stickers?
Yes, I can.
Because the radio station will not bumper stickers.
Yeah,
they're quality.
What do you mean? You got a couple of my stickers on the back of your board right here. Like they're solid quality.
Were those made?
Yeah,
those were made from the sticker guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good quality actually. That's
right?
not bad.
Vinyl stickers.
How much does it cost?
It depends on colors and stuff. Usually I go black and white because it's pretty cheap. There was a deal for a while where for like $22 you could get 250 black and white stickers.
Whoa.
Yeah, but if you add some colors, I mean, under $100 you get 250 to 500.
Who does the stickers thing anymore though?
Matt Ross.
Well, I did, but that's the only guy I know that's doing it.
People still love stickers. Come on now.
I don't know. I think this might be something you're holding on to from me.
So I'm into wine.
I'm okay with it.
Your hobby is stickers.
No.
I mean, it sounds like a hobby.
No.
What would you call it then?
One of many things I do to entertain my ADD brain.
But it's like a hobby. It's one of your many hobbies.
It's a miniature.
Yeah, I fish. I golf. Well, I don't golf anymore. I don't think I've golfed in over a year.
I don't know. I don't know that I make them a lot enough to say it was a hobby.
Well, whatever. It's a hobby.
Okay.
What's your hobby, Jeff? I don't think Jeff has a hobby.
I call it an addiction. I'm too busy to have it.
What are you so busy doing?
Jeff doesn't do anything. His only hobby is
I'm driving.
living and taking care of
your
his
hobby
kids.
is driving Uber.
Well, I guess, yeah.
No, that's your side hustle.
I'm driving.
Can't be a hobby.
I'm driving. I'm commuting. I've
had all kinds of weird hobbies.
I think your hobby is your kids. I think you literally, we were going to go to Matt's bar and we were going to raise money for breast cancer, and we did. And it was to be myself and Jeff and Suzanne. And Jeff last minute says, "Oh, my daughter's having her first sleepover."
Yeah.
And she's got one friend coming over.
But that's a thing. I mean,
I need to be there.
For the same
I need to
thing.
be there. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I think that's your hobby.
Mm-hmm.
His kids are
That's okay.
a
That's
major
a good
priority. If one thing, he's an involved dad, which is
It's
a great
not a
thing.
hobby. It's not like I could say, I feel like taking the kids off. I'm going to put the kids up on the back burner. It's a priority. You have to take care of
It's like
your
when people
kids.
say, "Oh, you're babysitting your kids." I'm like, "No, I'm their dad."
Yeah, exactly. There's no babysitter involved. I'm not getting paid $15 an hour. I'm their dad. I'm watching the kids.
You created them. You're responsible for them until they're out of the house.
Jeremy sometimes will say to me, "Okay, go play babysitter," and I'm like, "That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all."
You can't give someone crap about taking care of their kids.
Sure, I can. I can do whatever I want.
Oh, there you are taking care of your offspring again.
You know what?
Feeding them.
Get a babysitter, like most normal people. Do you ever hire a babysitter?
Of course, we hire a babysitter.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Ever?
I do. We
No,
actually
he
have a
doesn't.
babysitter for the 25th.
See, for us, date night is a man. Like we have to have it like once a
I
week
agree.
for us to connect.
I just me and my wife, but we both work
Right,
all the
a lot,
time.
yeah.
So we have mandatory date night.
You should,
We
yeah.
have to, just where we can go and talk to each other.
Exactly.
And we don't want the damn dog there because the dog is a puppy and he's a pain in the ass.
Jealous puppy.
and so he's always in the way.
Right.
And it's always back to him. Similar to having a kid probably when they're young.
We have a
And
date
you always
night
have to take care of-
once every
not really.
5 to 6 months. That's not the same. That's not the same.
No,
You can leave your dog at home and deal with the mess later on if you need to.
Not when you're married to my wife.
You cannot.
That dog is more important than anybody
I
else on this
cannot leave
planet.
my 2-year-old son alone for 5 minutes.
you can't stick your kid in a crate. with
Yeah,
a thing
you
of food.
can. It's called a what is that damn thing I had when I was a
A
kid?
trampoline?
No, I didn't have a trampoline.
Because I do that from time to time. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, it's like a giant version of the thing I'm talking
then
about.
he started-
the playpen. The
he
playpen.
He
So the
started learning how to
trampoline.
do
pack
the
and play.
zipper when he wanted out. I was like, oh no!
Yeah, because now the trampolines you're talking about have the cage in them, right?
It's
Like the
usually a
net.
giant pack and play.
Yeah, so just put them in there.
Throw
and go do something.
some
I do,
apples in there.
But now
They'll live.
he's figured out how to
some bread.
how to work the zipper. And then if he can't do it, his sister will come over and help
Get a
him.
bungee cord and zip it down, and then bungee cord it down. So
Some
he's locked
padlocks,
in.
chains.
I need to get a
we
lock,
can make
yes.
this work.
Zip locks or zip ties is what I is. What
They're bring
And then we'll bring
101
it-
with
we'll-
Jeff and Jeremy.
I'll bring another kid over and we'll have kid fights and I'll right. I mean, it's the perfect like octagon looking thing and everything. We'll just lock them in
Oliver's
there.
I got my money on him, like for the kid fights.
Oh yeah, because he feels no pain.
Yeah.
and he's actually kind of an aggressor. I mean, like very much so. I say that because I'm his dad. I'm trying to diminish.
Well, you told me just last week
I
that
got
he
a
hit
great-
his sister in the face
I
with
got
a
a
fire
great
truck.
matchup. Dr. Ricky, who does my trivia, he's got a little guy named Hams, who's just a ball of energy.
Yeah.
The two of them could go at it. They could be
Hams
our
and
first
Oliver?
Oliver and Hams, the first kid fight matchup.
All right.
Yeah, yesterday I come walking out of the kitchen and he's standing over his sister with a fork in his hand. What are you doing? Nothing.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOC.com.
And
Things we
15.
didn't get to in hashtag form with Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Ha You'd mentioned this earlier this week on a couple different occasions. Super Saturday Night, Foo Fighters, the night before the Super Bowl. The Foo Fighters concert is going to be streamed live on Twitter and something that you have called DirecTV.
What?
The DirecTV. The Audience Network? What's the Audience Network on DirecTV?
It's a network.
It's a
So you never watched it?
free live stream of the show.
No, it's their own programming. It's a network. They do their own programming. Dan Patrick shows on it.
Do you have to pay for it?
Yeah, I think it's a DirecTV network, so it's.
I got DirecTV at the bar, so I could do the concert.
It's like 221-ish, 220, somewhere around there.
That's the Friday before.
It's actually on multiple channels, but that's the one I've always watched.
Yeah, so they're going to be doing a live stream of it on the 2nd.
Did you guys talk about the show that was last night?
Of their show, of their concert before the
Foo Fighters.
before the Super Bowl. So it's going to start at 11 o'clock on the East Coast. But that's awesome for us here on the West Coast because it means it starts at prime time at 8 o'clock.
Nice.
So
the Chris Cornell tribute concert last night at the Forum.
Yeah, I heard that Miley Cyrus did something.
Oh my gosh! So there's a lot of really good mashups. Like Metallica came out, and part of Metallica played with Audioslave, and different singers went out, and they're like, now to sing "Say Hello to Heaven" and a friend Miley Cyrus. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude!
I have it here. It's
not. I mean, I'm
Kim Thales.
Maybe I think it's wrong.
He's like, what?
I mean, she hit a couple of the notes, but
cell phone audio too, so it's whatever.
Sorry, she's just not. I'm sorry. I mean, she sounds not bad right there, but Miley Cyrus doing like a Chris Cornell tribute.
I don't know. I think it sounds kind of okay.
I heard Britney Spears is going to do the Metallica tribute. That's going to happen next week.
It's going to be awesome.
Is that a joke? Okay.
Leave Lars alone.
Of all the people that could come tribute Chris Cornell, Miley Cyrus, I'm just disappointed.
# government shutdown. So I guess we can start getting more like robocalls and solicitor calls
because of the government shutdown.
Totally happened to me yesterday, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it was like I got 6 calls. Normally, I only get 2 calls a day. I got 6 calls yesterday, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
It's unregulated right now.
Yeah, it is the Wild West.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that the FCC? I don't know who regulates it, but whoever it is, they're on furlough.
Man, they're like, "Woo! Get those phones." They're working those banks.
My mother-in-law, she's like, "I'm getting all these calls, and for these people, I go, don't answer the phone." She's like, "Well, I don't know. It might be for me." I'm like, "It's not. If it's not in your phone, don't answer it. Wait for them to leave a message." Like, I don't answer any of those calls. I never talk to any of them.
You know what was awesome is the government shutdown is finally affecting the Senate. And if you heard yesterday, Nancy Pelosi is...
she couldn't fly on a plane or something?
Donald's not giving her one of the Air Force jets to fly over and some of the senators because of the government shutdown. So he's like, you're going to have to fly commercial. But apparently she can't fly commercial because of her position as Speaker of the House.
He proves every day that he's the best president we've ever had.
I think it's great. It's like, all right, bitch, you want to play? We'll play. Either way, however you sit on it.
Nice. It's really hilarious when you don't have a federal job.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
By the way, speaking of which, payitfurloughed.com is a new website. Be careful because it could be a scam. I don't know. Nothing's regulating these kind of things right now.
It's the Wild West.
The payitfurloughed.com is apparently a website that you could donate money to a beer fund that goes towards buying beers for federal employees and contractors who are furloughed.
Well, give Nancy one.
Or working without pay during the U.S. government shutdown. So
I'll say if you're a government employee who's shut down right now and not making money, come into the Broad Street Public House, show us some kind of ID or something, and I'll buy you a beer.
You're going to do that?
Very nice.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
Absolutely.
I noticed that that there's a place out in Morro Bay that was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like
they're doing meals.
They'll give you a meal if you come in.
Oh yeah, there's a place in Lompoc. It's a pizza place. I saw on the news. A lot of people are doing it, which is nice to do your part. So
absolutely.
Broad Street Public House, right next to Cold Dodge.
If you're shut down employee of the government right now, come in for a beer and cry your sorrows away.
Stone Sticks, and we got a couple of tickets to go see Damage.
You gave them the first one for free, but they got to pay for the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's time to play Know the Show with Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. KZOZ.
Know the show today. We're going to send you to see Damage Inc. We got Johnny on the phone. Johnny!
What's up, guys?
All right, we're going to give you a chance to be an instant winner. Are you ready?
This is pretty good. This is not bad because I think today's Know the Show is fairly easy.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Currently, in his quest to win some free timeshare vacation, what place is Jeremy in with his photo? Okay? And it's not Jeremy, it's I guess his wife's photo. What place is his family in with his photo in the social media campaign? What place is he currently in in order to win some timeshares?
Oh, gosh, I missed that. This is going to be a wild guess. I was in and out of work. 5th place.
That is incorrect.
You underestimate me, Johnny, and you can kiss my white ass. 5th place. Come on, I'm doing better than that.
Is that airfare too?
I'm not sure. I didn't really look into it because I didn't think we'd really have a shot. But now we're so close.
Is it to the place you always go, or just some random place?
No, it's wherever we want to go in North America.
Oh, okay.
They'll put you.
So it's not just Mexico or whatever.
if they own the property. Yeah, it doesn't have to be Mexico. It can be. Hi, good morning. What's your name?
My name is David.
Hello, David. Do you know what place that we are currently in?
2nd?
Yes.
Good job, Dave.
That is correct.
Woo!
Now, just a few hundred votes away from first place, and this thing has about 2 weeks left.
Is this the Ricky Bobby thing where
What's the Ricky Bobby
you don't
thing?
get anything for second place?
Oh, if you ain't first, you're last?
Yeah.
No, actually. It said even if you're not first, you may still win.
Really?
Yeah. And
whoa. That's kind of malarkey.
No, not really, because this person had over 2,000 votes when we started, and now we've almost caught them. And they started. I looked into the contest. They've been in the contest. Well, it doesn't say when they started, but we came in like when they were 2,000 votes ahead of us and have made up that room up to a couple hundred votes.
Well, how far from 3rd place are you then?
I think we're 1,500 in front of 3rd place.
Okay, so if 3rd place catches you and passes
Sure,
you,
maybe,
what place will they be?
But I'm just
Everybody
saying.
goes to Cabo.
My point is,
It
the
doesn't
good
matter
news
though,
for us
'cause
is
you don't have to be in first place to win. What the hell is that?
If we show up 5 votes short of first place and they pick us, they might pick us because they're like, wow, look at all the work they put into sharing their photo to
so
get
it's
there.
not strictly numbers, you think? Huh?
I don't know. They just said
It's anybody's game.
The staff picks.
You all get
Somebody-
participation
The
prizes?
staff picks?
Well, the people at the resort,
I
they
think
take
some
everything
of
into
our-
consideration.
I think some of our law, like our rules and regulations concerning contests, are shady because they could always
Which
be
is
overridden.
mainly we have the final decision.
Yeah.
That's the main rule.
Yeah.
Whatever we say.
But I mean, you
like,
want to be in.
What if one of the person on the staffs, their cousin, is like the head of housekeeping at the Cabo Azul
That's
resort?
fake news. Prove it.
And they take a picture and they're in like 7th place. They're
Yeah, I
like,
don't know.
No, I like the one that's in 7th place.
I
So
don't
I'm
know,
going to go
Jeff.
ahead and take
Maybe
that one.
these
I
are all
gotta Photoshop
questions
a
you
picture
can
and
ask.
throw my hat in the ring for this.
Yeah, no kidding, because you
Well-
could win even though you're in last place.
And you think their chances were helped by the fact that Jeremy's not in the picture.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I shared it on my page, so I better get to go with you if you win.
Yeah. So there you go.
3's not a crowd.
There you go.
It won't
So-
be awkward.
Do you know
Here's
where
the-
you're going to go if you win?
I think Tahoe or Vegas. So I think it's just
Going a long
I think it's
way.
2 nights.
Going
I think
deep.
it's a 2-night deal. I think we're trying for a 2-night deal. So I'm not going to fly to Mexico for 2 nights.
No, makes sense.
You need to
You drive for 2 nights to stay 2 nights.
But I'll fly to Vegas, get there in an hour, and stay for 2 nights.
Boring.
Or go to Tahoe for 2 nights.
I guess Vegas would be kind of fun.
Vegas would be fun. I've been to Vegas since I was there with you.
Yeah, it's a place to go relax and spend all your money.
We won money
My
last
daughter-
time we went.
My daughter told me today that
Rare.
one of her classmates, keep in mind she's
5.
5.
I'm sorry. I guess you know how old she is. I don't need to
One
tell you.
of her classmates is going to Vegas today. And I was like, all right.
Really?
What the hell is he going to do there? That sounds cool.
Well,
It
you
just
gotta,
become a
He's a high
family
roller. He's-
place.
wait, aren't you? You should take your kids and go stay at the circus, right?
We
Is
rolled,
that all meant for
we,
kids?
That
we
might
rolled
be
through on our
old-fashioned
road trip
anymore.
and
That
stayed at the
used to
Hard
be the
Rock,
kids' one.
and they have like a family pool area. Like they've got the party pool area. It's on a different
Yeah,
side.
but
and there's
if you remember correctly, in the 90s, like Vegas was making a push towards families to get families to go there, and MGM had a pretty awesome
they did.
theme park, and then they turned it into
It's right out there by the
the
arena.
Pool
Remember?
of Sin or something now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kids just don't pay, right?
Yeah.
No, they
Kids don't
don't.
gamble. They
Yeah.
don't,
But the theme park
You
was
lose
actually a really nice theme park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went to it, and just to check it out, we just walked through it, and it was a ghost town. 'Cause
kids really-
nobody was going to a theme park. in
Families
Vegas.
really shouldn't go to Vegas.
No.
No, we like I said, we rolled through on our road trip, and it was like we did the pool, and then we took them like at night, or right after dinner, we took them to see the fountains at the Bellagio. And we're like, okay, let's get back to the room before
Yeah.
you guys see too much.
Right. Some guys handing your kids pamphlets.
Porno flyers.
Still do that.
Hey, they slap them in their hands.
Hey, Matt, it was great to see you, man. I mean, we haven't seen you in a long time. I mean, it's been
Yeah.
over a month.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
So
I know you
run
can't
down-
see me because the monitor, but if you look in the mirror, in the window, you'll see
See
my
a reflection
reflection.
of me? Okay, I see you over there. Hey, buddy.
I'm right there.
Run down what's going on at your place besides the leaky roof.
The pub. Next month we got our second 80s arcade takeover coming on in February. So we take all the tables out and we load it all with classic arcade games. It's gonna be a blast. 80s DJ.
You got the Kong?
Gotta have asteroids.
We do have asteroids.
Is it a tournament? Can you
Galaxia?
win something, or is it just come in and play games?
You win a drink if you set the high score in a game.
Centipede?
A drink?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I want to drink in some nachos. Those are good
Okay,
nachos.
for you,
the
drinking
tater
nachos.
tot ones.
If you set a high score in any of the games, I'll buy you whatever you want.
Okay,
Sprint?
and if you're a furloughed employee and you're not working right now, Matt will come down. He'll buy you your first drink. It'll be your gateway drug
he
to
won't come
becoming an
down.
alcoholic.
You come to me.
You
Yeah,
gotta go
I'm
to
not
him.
delivering. But
You know
we
what I
got
Sorry.
comedy nights once a month. We've got Sundays trivia with Dr. Ricky. He's going to come in next week and talk a little bit more about his trivia. He was going to come in today, but didn't work out.
I'll do it.
By the way,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard,
What?
but my crew from high school owned trivia night at Tin City Cider. It was like one of those. Was it Cheers when Cliff Clavin? Was it Cliff Clavin? He had ran the table on Jeopardy.
We have the unbeatable team that plays at our pub.
4 people that weren't in my living room or that have never been in my kitchen. And we ran it like that.
What do you mean? Your crew from high school?
Yeah, my crew from high school
they were
was
visiting.
passing through town.
Oh, okay.
And there was like 11 or
You guys
12
are
of them.
serious about your trivia. Yeah.
So, like,
No, we just
imagine
happened
a
to be
bar.
there.
You know,
we have a
2
team
top,
that's unbeatable.
Right.
4 top, 6 top,
we-
11
There's like-
top.
Yeah.
There's like 3 PhDs.
You're bound to
on
get the
it.
right answer out of those.
Yeah, the odds
12
were
people.
stacked. Yeah, if you didn't kill it, there was something
Every
wrong.
other team
Winning
had
by
more
every
people
other
than us.
means.
We had the
No
least amount of
way!
people.
You
I
had
swear
12
to God.
people.
Yeah, but kids don't count. Okay, we had like half of them were kids.
Who's that Disney character?
We have max 5 people per team.
That's the way it should be done.
Yeah.
Because the way we were doing
Otherwise
it at
it's a
Tin City
madhouse.
Cider, I mean, there were groups of like 20 people walking up to a table, sitting down.
Or
And I
is it
understand from a business
Whoever can
standpoint.
look up the answer fastest on their phone, is that basically the
No,
contest anymore?
you can't look at your phone. If you do, you can be disqualified.
Good.
They'll throw you
What
out
about
on
you,
your
Seth?
face.
What do you got going this weekend?
Well, I'm going to go to Slow Rep, see a show. Speaking of kids,
Are you still in
the
the
young
show?
people? No,
Oh.
I'm not in anything right now. I'm concentrating on my daughter's show, but going to go see Pride and Prejudice.
Is your daughter in that show?
Fun, young, talented. No, she's in the Addams Family at Templeton High School.
No fun.
That'll be coming up.
Oh, okay.
In February?
March, actually. Early March.
Good time for Adam's Family.
Yeah, she's playing Morticia. They're actually doing a little preview at a funeral home in a couple of weeks.
Oh, cool.
Only fitting, yeah.
That's
Where
fine.
can we do a preview? I got
Where's
a
the
cousin
bathroom?
that runs a
That
funeral
is-
home.
Don't go in there. That's not the bathroom.
Okay, I guess it's Adam's Family. It works.
Other than that, it's pretty dead down there, you know. But people are dying to go. Yeah.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.